You take your vitamins every morning, right? A glass of water, the familiar rustle of a pill bottle, labels promising heart support, energy boost, or for people over 50. You trust them. You want to believe that these tiny capsules are guarding you from fatigue, disease, and the slow decline of aging. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Some of the vitamins you're taking may be doing absolutely nothing for you. Worse, some might even be hurting your health or interfering with medications. And yet, you're spending money on them, month after month. If you're over 60, you need to hear this more than anyone because your body doesn't process nutrients the way it used to. What helped you at 30 might be useless or even harmful now. In this video, we're going to break down exactly what you should and shouldn't be taking. We'll cover 3 popular vitamins seniors should probably skip, and 3 powerful ones you actually need, backed by real science and easy-to-follow advice. You'll also hear about Margaret, a 72-year-old woman who unknowingly sabotaged her energy levels with one innocent-looking supplement, until a small change flipped her days around. And if you've been feeling tired, foggy, or achy, even with your vitamins, there's a good chance this is why. Let's start with the first vitamin you should probably stop wasting your money on. Vitamin number 1, vitamin E, the overrated antioxidant. You've probably heard that vitamin E is essential for heart health, eye protection, and fighting aging. And yes, in theory, vitamin E is a powerful antioxidant. It helps neutralize free radicals that can damage cells. But here's the catch. Most older adults already get more than enough vitamin E through food. Nuts, seeds, leafy greens, vegetable oils, they're packed with it. So what happens when you pile a high-dose vitamin E supplement on top of that? It builds up in your system. Unlike water-soluble vitamins like B or C, vitamin E is fat-soluble, meaning your body stores the excess. And research has shown that too much vitamin E can actually increase the risk of hemorrhagic stroke, a type of bleeding in the brain. Not only that, high doses have also been linked to increased risk of prostate cancer in men. A massive study called the SELECT trial followed over 35,000 men taking vitamin E. The result? Those taking the supplement had a 17% higher risk of prostate cancer. Here's the worst part. Most of them were otherwise healthy. They were taking vitamin E to be proactive, to stay sharp, live longer, and stay safe. But it backfired. Margaret, the woman I mentioned earlier, she was taking vitamin E because someone at her local health store told her it was good for the heart. Meanwhile, her blood was thinning too much, a side effect of combining vitamin E with her prescribed blood pressure medication. She started bruising more easily, feeling dizzy. Her doctor caught it just in time. Moral of the story? Unless your doctor specifically tells you you're deficient in vitamin E, skip the supplement. Eat almonds, spinach, sunflower seeds. That's plenty. Up next is another vitamin you've probably seen in flashy packaging, but may be wasting your time with. Vitamin number 2, vitamin C. The immune system. Myth. You feel a cold coming on, and what's the first thing you reach for? A fizzy orange tablet, a chewable lozenge, a megadose vitamin C packet that promises to boost immunity. It's a habit drilled into us for decades. But here's the thing. The idea that high doses of vitamin C prevent colds or flu is mostly a myth. Yes, vitamin C is important. It's an essential nutrient. But studies show that for most people, especially seniors who aren't deficient, taking extra vitamin C does not reduce your chances of getting sick. What it might do is slightly shorten the duration of a cold by maybe half a day, but only in some people. Is that really worth flooding your body with something it can't store? Because unlike vitamin E, vitamin C is water-soluble. That means your body flushes out whatever it doesn't use, often through your urine. So when you take a 1,000 milligram tablet, which is over 10 times the recommended daily amount, guess what? You're literally peeing it out. And here's something most people don't know. Too much vitamin C can cause real problems. We're talking nausea, stomach cramps, and in higher doses, kidney stones, especially for seniors prone to dehydration. It gets worse if you're taking iron supplements. Vitamin C increases iron absorption, which sounds good, until it isn't. Too much iron in the blood, called hemochromatosis, is linked to liver damage and heart issues. So let's break this down clearly. If you're eating citrus fruits, broccoli, bell peppers, or strawberries, if you're drinking a glass of juice a few times a week, you're already getting enough vitamin C. No need for the immune-boosting hype. So if vitamin C isn't your superhero, what about one that's even trendier? Let's talk about one of the biggest supplement fads of the last decade and why seniors should be extra cautious. Vitamin number 3, biotin, the beauty trap. Biotin is everywhere. Hair, skin, nails. Open up a beauty magazine or scroll through social media, and you'll see glowing reviews from influencers swearing that biotin gave them thicker hair, stronger nails, and glowing skin. So it's no surprise that biotin has become a go-to supplement, especially for older adults experiencing thinning hair or brittle nails. But here's what they don't tell you. Biotin deficiency is extremely rare. Your body needs only tiny amounts, and you get plenty of it through a normal diet, especially if you eat eggs, dairy, nuts, or whole grains. In fact, for most people, taking more biotin does absolutely nothing. There's no strong scientific evidence that mega doses improve hair growth or reverse hair loss, especially age-related hair thinning, which is more often caused by hormonal changes or genetics. And here's the real danger. Biotin supplements can mess with lab results. This is a major issue for older adults who are regularly tested for thyroid function, heart health, or even certain cancers. Biotin can interfere with common blood tests and cause false readings, leading to misdiagnoses, unnecessary treatments, or missed problems. There have been cases where people were mistakenly diagnosed with Graves' disease, heart attacks, or hormone imbalances, all because they were taking high-dose biotin. The FDA even issued a warning about it. That's how serious it is. So, if you're taking biotin because you're worried about aging skin or hair, you may be gambling with your medical accuracy for a benefit that's scientifically shaky at best. What's the takeaway? Unless your doctor identifies a biotin deficiency, which is rare, skip the supplement. Focus instead on whole foods, gentle scalp care, hydration, and key nutrients your body does need. So now that we've covered the 3 vitamins seniors should skip, you might be wondering, what should I take? What's actually backed by research? Let's start with one you've probably heard about, but may not realize just how essential it is, especially after age 60. Essential vitamin number 1, vitamin D, the silent shield. Think of vitamin D like the foundation of a house. You can't always see it. You might not feel it working. But without it, the whole structure starts to weaken, and that's exactly what happens in the human body, especially after age 60. Vitamin D is crucial for bone strength, immune function, muscle performance, even mood regulation. But here's the kicker. Most seniors are deficient and don't even know it. Why? Because your skin's ability to synthesize vitamin D from sunlight drops dramatically with age. Even if you're outside, your body may no longer convert UV rays into usable vitamin D efficiently. And unless you're eating fatty fish like salmon or fortified dairy regularly, your diet isn't making up for the gap. Now, why is this such a big deal? Because low vitamin D levels are linked to weaker bones and a higher risk of fractures, a weaker immune response, chronic fatigue, muscle weakness, which can lead to dangerous falls, and even depression and cognitive decline. Let's go back to Margaret for a moment. After cutting her unnecessary supplements, her doctor ran a blood panel and found her vitamin D levels were dangerously low. She had been struggling with constant tiredness, joint pain, and a lingering fog she couldn't shake. After just 6 weeks on a proper vitamin D regimen, the right dose for her, she started feeling stronger, more alert, and more steady on her feet. So, how do you know if you need vitamin D? Ask your doctor for a simple blood test called the 25-hydroxy vitamin D test. It's fast, easy, and can save you from years of silent damage. The general recommendation for adults over 60 is 800 to 2,000 IU per day. But don't guess. Get tested and make sure you're taking vitamin D3, the more effective form. Now, let's move on to something even more overlooked, and yet critical for your nerves, energy, and memory. Essential vitamin number 2, vitamin B12, the brain protector. If you've ever felt unusually tired, forgetful, or foggy, and chalked it up to just getting older, pause right here, because there's a good chance what you're experiencing isn't age. It's a vitamin B12 deficiency. B12 is vital for brain health, red blood cell production, nerve function, DNA synthesis. It's what helps keep your mind sharp, your energy stable, and your nervous system running smoothly. And here's the alarming part. B12 deficiency is incredibly common in seniors, even those who eat well. Why? Because as we age, our stomachs produce less acid, which is necessary to absorb B12 from food. So, even if you're eating meat, eggs, or dairy, your body might not be getting what it needs. Add in medications like metformin for diabetes or proton pump inhibitors like omeprazole for acid reflux, and the absorption problem gets even worse. Let me introduce you to Alan, 68 years old. He started noticing tingling in his hands, balance issues, and mild memory lapses. His doctor thought it might be early neuropathy, or even the start of cognitive decline. But a blood test revealed a severe B12 deficiency. A few weeks of B12 supplementation, and Alan was back on track. The tingling faded, his energy returned, and his focus improved. That's how powerful this vitamin is. So what should you do? If you're over 60, ask your doctor to check your B12 levels. You want them well above the minimum threshold, ideally above 350 picograms per milliliter for optimal function. And if you supplement, choose methylcobalamin or cyanocobalamin, both effective, but the former is slightly better absorbed. 1,000 micrograms per day is a safe, effective dose for most seniors. It's water-soluble, so your body excretes what it doesn't use. Don't wait until symptoms appear, because once nerve damage sets in, it can take months or even never fully recover. And now, on to one final vitamin, often forgotten, but essential to a long, healthy life. Essential vitamin number 3, magnesium, the unsung hero. It doesn't get flashy commercials. It's not trendy on Instagram. But magnesium might just be one of the most important and most overlooked nutrients for older adults. Here's why. Magnesium plays a key role in over 300 enzymatic processes in your body. That includes regulating muscle and nerve function, keeping blood sugar levels stable, supporting bone strength, and, crucially, helping you sleep and relax. And yet, up to 70% of older adults don't get enough magnesium. Why? Because even healthy diets often fall short. Modern farming has depleted the magnesium content in soil, which means less in the vegetables we eat. On top of that, stress, certain medications like diuretics and antibiotics, and age-related changes all lower your magnesium reserves. Now, what happens when you're low on magnesium? You might feel tense or anxious, struggle to fall asleep, experience muscle cramps or restless legs at night, feel tired during the day but wired at bedtime. Sound familiar? And here's what's worse. Chronic magnesium deficiency has been linked to higher blood pressure, increased inflammation, and greater risk of type 2 diabetes. Let's revisit Margaret one last time. She was experiencing tightness in her chest, not from a heart condition, but from magnesium deficiency-induced muscle tension. After switching to a magnesium-rich evening routine, including almonds, leafy greens, and a supplement, her body began to unwind. Her blood pressure dropped, her sleep improved, her mood lifted. So what can you do? First, try to get magnesium from food. Spinach, pumpkin seeds, almonds, avocados, black beans. But if you're not hitting the mark, supplementation is safe and effective, especially forms like magnesium glycinate or magnesium citrate, which are more gentle on the stomach. Start with 200 to 400 milligrams per day, preferably in the evening to help your body wind down. And if you've ever felt tired, tense, or like your body's stuck in high gear, magnesium might be the missing piece. Now, let's wrap this all up with a clear, simple guide. Because knowing what to skip and what to keep can save you money, energy, and possibly even your life. Final summary. What to stop, what to start. You've made it to the end, and now it's time to bring it all together. Let's break it down clearly. No fluff, no confusion, just the facts you need to stop wasting money and start making smart, health-boosting choices. 3 vitamins to skip. Vitamin E, already abundant in most diets. Excess builds up in the body, linked to increased risk of stroke and cancer in high doses, can interact dangerously with blood thinners. Vitamin C, commonly overused for immune support. Minimal benefits for cold prevention. High doses cause kidney stones and interfere with iron levels. Extra amounts are usually excreted. Biotin, marketed for beauty benefits, but doesn't deliver for most. Biotin deficiency is extremely rare, can interfere with lab results, leading to dangerous misdiagnoses. 3 vitamins seniors actually need. Vitamin D, critical for bones, immunity, and mood. Production drops dramatically with age. Test your levels. Supplement if needed. D3 form 800 to 2000 IU daily. Vitamin B12, essential for brain, energy, and nerve health. Absorption decreases with age and medications. A common silent deficiency in older adults. 1,000 micrograms daily is safe and effective. Magnesium, support sleep, relaxation, muscle function, and heart health. Up to 70% of older adults don't get enough. Try 200 to 400 milligrams of magnesium glycinate or citrate in the evening. One final thought. You don't need a shelf full of pills to stay healthy. You need the right nutrients, in the right doses, at the right time of life. The supplement industry wants you to believe that more is always better. But as you've just seen, sometimes less is smarter. Don't fall for the marketing. Fall in love with what works, the science, the truth, and what your body actually needs. And if this video helped you rethink your routine, share it with someone who takes supplements too. You might save them more than just money. You might give them clarity, energy, and confidence in their own body again. Stay smart, stay informed, and stay healthy.